Okay, what's up? What's up? Was not planning on live streaming, but I figured I'd do a short session on just thinking through a remodeling of the web app that I built recently, RxVenture. Um, Maybe I'll do a brief intro into what I'm thinking right now, just because um, some people may watch this later. Let me share my screen. Not this one. Is it this one? This one. Okay. Yeah, so it was pretty exciting. I spent like 2 days kind of building out RxVenture. If you haven't seen it yet, this is what it is. It's live. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anyone create new events, which is the whole idea behind this originally, to solve the problem of centralizing events. But anyways, it's still pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited and happy to have built it. Learned a lot from doing this, but it's pretty cool. So if you go here, you can find jobs. Hopefully, it's a better user experience than the other directories out there. It's a kind of LinkedIn feel to it. You can sort. I don't have any jobs in here right now, just postgraduate positions, but you can sort for PGY1, PGY2s. This is not completely set up, so it's just PGY1 and PGY2s. PGY2s, you can search for your specific specialty. Same with PGY1. Oops, you can do that here. And then you can sort by state. So it's pretty cool. And then, if you like find something, let's say, I don't know, Pacific source, that's an interesting one. Maybe Oregon State. You click it, take you to the organization, and then you can see all the different positions that they offer. Or you can just go to events. So you go to Mayo Clinic, and you can see all the residencies they offer. The other one is like you can go to events, and you can see if they have events, which is pretty cool. And you can get all their information about events. So related to organizations too is you can add events, and you can very nicely create events on the fly for a given organization. So I thought it was pretty cool. One of the whole purpose of this live stream is I have had a lot of different conversations with people in the past few days since building it. And there's a lot of cool use cases out there that I think the current database that I have set up is not suitable for this purpose, unfortunately, to meet those use cases. And a big part of reason why is because I'm mapping all the data to Fire. Actually, let me see if I can explain this better in a file here. Let's see. So I have database. So I have right now, this is what's going on right now. Okay. I have this database here. I'm pulling it from ASHP residency listing, CSVs. So right now I have this setup going on. I'm going to ASHP residency listing. I'm downloading their CSVs. And then what happens is I have this, is there like a file or something? Maybe I could do something like this. And what I'm doing is I'm writing some code. Is there a transform or something? Function, Python. Oh yeah, here it is. This is cool. I love this thing. This is called Eraser. If anyone uses this at all, free, you can use it. It's pretty cool. All right, so what I'm doing here is I take this. Can I draw an arrow? Yeah, here's an arrow. I write a Python script here that what it does is I convert CSV to a custom data model. And then what I do afterwards, let me put this up here, is I take that data model, grab another arrow. Oops. Where's my arrow? And I use Python again to convert to Fire. And then I have this database of Fire. Let's see. Say Fire database. Fire data of organization, practitioner, and practitioner role. And then, oops. Hopefully this is interesting if you guys are watching. This is meant to be like one of these working sessions. Show you guys exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, let's move this down. Kind of like, yeah, that looks a little better like this. And then what I do from here is I have there it is. This is a Postgres database used by RxVenture. That is what populates the data that you see in the web app. So that is what's going on. And yeah, so there it is. So the problem with this right now is this Fire layer, which as much as I love the Fire modeling, which maybe I'll just share it here since this is being recorded. This is RxVenture right now. If you go to the URL and you type in Fire afterwards, I'm working on a Fire IG, and it's super fun to actually do this. So I'm modeling all this out in Fire. So you can see like this is a practitioner role resource. I'm modeling each position. It has these identifiers. There's one from ASHP. There's one from the National Matching Service for each position. Each of them are associated with an organization. You have these codes. It's bound to this value set, which is PGY1, PGY2. So all of the structure is so nicely represented. Is actually very nerdy, but it's really fun. So this is all public if you want to check this out. And then if you go back here, you can actually go see the GitHub repository for it. All the fish files are in here. So obviously I wrote the Fire IG using fish. You can see the profiles here. Pretty straightforward. And then, yeah, if you go to the GitHub repository, it just links back to the published Fire IG here. But if you're interested in learning how to do that, you can just jump over to this page and learn about it. But anyways, what I'm finding is that this step here, let's see, can I do this? Yeah. This step right here with Fire is slowing down the process of solving the problems that I want to solve, because in order to get data here to create something useful for everyone, I have to first model it in Fire. Something ideally I want to do, but it takes time. And what I want to do instead is, you see here, maybe I can just take this and just paste it. Actually, I don't even need to do that. That's like duplicative. What I want to do is this is really annoying. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here we go. I want to do this. Skip Fire, and create new custom data model in Postgres. Okay, so this is what I want to do here. Kind of skip this whole part because it takes a lot of effort to model in Fire, implement it in Fire, and then whenever I get new data, basically every single data element that I get from residency listing, I need to model it in Fire somehow. And there's quite a bit of extensions that I would need. So this is just taking a lot of time. And I'm thinking a lot about this. And maybe if I switch to talk about the problems that I want to solve, there's a couple that Tim shared with me recently that I really like. And he basically, I asked the question of like, what are the problems that we want to solve with this? And one of the things we looked at is like, what do pharmacy residency candidates, like, what are they looking for? What do they care about? And obviously I have my own biases of what they are, but it's great to use some literature, even though I think there's actually a little dated 2014. And if you look at them, let's see, required. So learning experiences, so rotations. So this is certainly something I cared about, is like what rotations are actually offered at a site, which I don't think is very clear in ASHP residency listing, because, or even other residency directories, because they're all free text. So it's very hard to search for them. So yes, you can do it, but it's just more difficult. And then this is a very interesting one. So knowing where the past residents went. So that's does not exist in a residency listing. That probably exists in individual websites or something like that. That's very interesting. Yeah. So this is, some of this is kind of novel data. So what if we can create a new table in our database that represents stuff like the positions of past residents and the rotations that each site offers in a way that's searchable? That would be really cool. So that's one paper. And then there was another paper. Let's see here. This one, I think this one's a little dated too, 2015. And this one was conclusion. Factors that received the highest mean scores: positive interactions with the program, resident satisfaction, and scope of patient care provided, ASHP accreditation status, and jury. So this part is not novel. Like, this already is addressed by the current residency listing. This one's really cool. So positive interactions with the program and current resident satisfaction. A problem that would be really fun to solve is, can we create a new table or tables that will allow candidates and current residents or past residents to actually review or rate the residency program? So imagine, you're obviously making a huge commitment of 1 to 2 years of your life. What if there's a website you can go to see how other people rated it? That would certainly influence the choice a lot. So I think that's a really cool and novel problem to solve. Scope of patient services provided. This, I feel like this is very similar to like rotations in some ways, but another thing that we can model out. So with all these in mind, I'm starting to think about what a net new data model may look like. And I think I have it here that I started working on. Let's see, this is not the one. Maybe it is. Nope. What happened to my file? Edited. Oh, must be this one. It's kind of weird. I don't know what happened to my file. There's a file I'm looking at. Maybe it's this one. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here is a new database that I want to create. And maybe actually, well, I just came here, but I'm just going to go back. What I want to do, so this CSV is one giant spreadsheet. And what I want to do here, let me actually let me delete this. Can I represent a table? Nice. I have a table. What I need to do is I need to create multiple. That didn't work, excuse me. Write a Python script, and I was actually hoping to spend a lot of time on doing this, but it probably is well worth my time to think through the design before just jumping in and coding. Because I'm just gonna waste my time and lots of inefficiencies. Always good to design before you start coding. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to do. Let me do this. And I need to write a Python script that will convert to this new data model here. And so we have, I think I'm going to have like a positions table. So these are the obvious ones. Oops. Organizations. Maybe I should call it programs. Is it more common to call it programs, or I mean, it's a residency program? Maybe organizations is fine. Positions, organizations. I think the other one is contacts, or should I call it maybe persons? Actually, individuals, practitioners. Yeah, we'll call it persons. Persons. This one would represent events. Let's see. And maybe what we'll do here is something like this. Yeah, you get the point here. So maybe I don't need these arrows. It's just extra stuff. We basically want to convert this to a database, right? And this will be converted into there. So this database, what we want to do, that's too big. Actually, it's not bad. Let's do that. Positions. Oh, it's too big. Let me just stick with this. One of the things with like designing databases is relational databases, especially because this is what this one's going to be, is thinking about a star schema. So this is going to be like of your fact table. Oh, I don't need those. Your fact. And these other ones are going to be all these other ones are going to be your dimension tables. So this one, we have events, we have rotations. So we have positions. So positions. I wonder if you can you type in a text here, affiliate. Ah, you can't. Okay, let me move this like this. Organizations, do like affiliated with. So we have this organizations. This is kind of large. We don't need it that big. Organizations, oops. They host events, so we'll have a table for that. Organizations. Oh. So employ. We want to do this. Hosts. Yeah, so they employ people or persons. These will end up being contacts. Is there an easy way to represent this? Maybe something like this. Yeah, so here it's going to be has contacts. Has one or more contacts. These are people you can contact at that organization, right? Organizations. I don't know if I should associate this with the organization or the position. Maybe the positions. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's probably a better thing to associate. So like what I'm thinking here is this will solve the problem of like what are the different rotations that organization hosts. So here I need to see offers these offers. Okay. And then these positions can have these rotations. I should probably make this more centered. Okay, this is good. So now with this kind of relationship, for every single position, we can tell it's associated with an organization. We can look to see these organizations host these events. We know who works there, and we know these people are contacts for the position. These positions have rotations. Now, one of the cooler things that I think would be really fun to build is that review thing. Dennis actually gave a cool name for it. It's like rate my residency, right? Super cool. So then to track that, we need probably a specific table to track the reviews for every residency position, right? So we need some type of table. Dang it. Didn't mean to do that. We need some type of table that can track this. So like reviews. Let's put it like down here. I feel like we need some. At some point, I wonder if it'd be useful to not only rate the position, but also rate the reviews in aggregate for a given organization. So you can say, oh, this hospital has these 5 positions and the average review is X. I feel like that would be a very useful thing to like determine if you want to go to that organization for your residency training. Anyways, so they have reviews, right? Reviews has, so they has these reviews. I think those are the problems we want to solve. Was there other ones we needed to solve? Let me see. We have rotations. Oh, this one. Pass residents. That one's really cool. I feel like this is going to be a very manual process to solve though. So maybe we can crowdsource that one. So each position would have like past residents, right? So if we did something like this, how would you say it? Former residents. Oh yeah, and we can link this to people as well, because can make them a first-class citizen. So these are obviously people that may or may not still be employed in the same organization, but this persons table will represent all of that. So this here, and if you're watching this, like you realize like how much more flexible this is than mapping all this to Fire. I can just kind of at a whim just create these kind of concepts. Eventually it would be nice to map all this to Fire though. So former residents is a, so there are people obviously, and they could be employed at a different organization. Oh, then we should probably make some organization, or they're affiliated with, maybe that's how you can tell. So a former resident, let me actually make this link. So this former resident, these positions has these former residents. These former residents are a person, and these persons are associated with these organizations. So you should be able to tell their work history in that case. That seems a little extreme to track, but theoretically these persons can have a relationship back to these organizations, so you can see all the places that they've been. Okay, I think this is good for now. Let's see if there's any other things we're missing. So residents, what was the other one? New and unmatched programs should consider program reputation, status. These are already in the CSV, so there's nothing special there. Patient care services, I feel like that's rotations is probably good enough. Yeah, I think that might answer most of our questions. So you can see their events they host, organizations, salary. Okay, so I think this might be the data model we want to build. And the problem that we want to solve is writing a Python script that can convert a CSV file into these different tables. And then we would take these tables and import it into our Postgres database, which we can then afterwards build the Next.js app, which is the web app that we will allow people to use. So I think I have this. Now I need to actually think about the data elements for them, which I wonder if I can open another screen to make it easy to see. Let's see. I think it was this one. No, I think this one. Yeah, okay. So we kind of have it here. So we have a positions table. So this positions, right? Can I make comments in here? Oh, I think I can. Yeah. This will be a UUID. I was trying to figure out like how to create model this data. And what was interesting when I was doing the Fire mapping is that every single position, maybe let me show you what I'm talking about here too. ASHP run C listing. ASHP run C listing. So what we have, it's always good to understand your data so you can model it correctly. So here is the ASHP residency listing, obviously, right? So notice here, every single program has a code, and I believe these are your ASHP program codes. So every single program has a unique code assigned by ASHP. It's not an organization code because the same organization, like you see here, Baptist Medical, has different program codes. So that's a unique identifier for that specific position. Now, when you click on one of the programs, there's another code. These are your NMS, or these are your National Matching Service. I didn't even know that this was a thing. Like, here is the specific code for this particular program. And I didn't realize that National Matching Service does this matching for all these other program. So this is really cool because we can start talking about modeling this in Fire for all these other healthcare professionals, but we're not going to do that right now. It's kind of proof of concept. So, but this is really cool. So basically what I say this because we have two unique identifiers that we probably should capture in our database, right? So we have this ASHP one, and then we have the National Matching Service. So what I bring that up because what we want to do here then is we want to have a ASHP ID. This would be a string. UID from ASHP, and then we have a NMS ID. That's kind of weird. Oh yeah, this works. Can I make this a little better? Okay. UUID from National Matching Service. Oh. Okay. Matching service. Okay, so we have those. So we basically want a unique way to identify it. But in just reading different databases, it's probably very ideal to have a UID that's separate from these. Even though we can uniquely identify a program, we probably want something unique, much more scalable and agnostic, instead of making one of these the primary key. But we want to make sure these are unique. I don't know how to say that in here, but yeah. So modeling positions, we want these IDs so we can link it back to either ASHP or NMS. We want a, I think, name for the program. Hold on. Yeah, I think we want maybe we don't need like a name for the program. It'd probably be more like I was using postgraduate year. What would be ideal? Let's see how they have it. Oh, they have it as category. Maybe we can keep the same because we're trying to fit it to ASHP use cases too. So maybe we can just call it category and subcategory. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's just do that. So category. I think I want to call it category. Yeah, no, we'll just call it category. So this would be the e.g. PGY1 or PGY2. This would be your subcategory. Actually, I don't like subcategory. I'm just gonna call it specialty. And specialty, yeah, is fine. E.g. like cardiology, informatics. So we have that represented. Other data elements that we want to represent in here. So we have this. We do need the accreditation status. That's important. So let's put that in here. Put that probably towards the bottom. Accreditation status. And I think they have, what do they say candidate or pre-candidate statuses? Let me, how do you go back? Clear. I'm trying to see how they represent accreditation status. Is this in here? Tax status. Subcategory, organization type. What? That's really annoying. They don't have a filter for accreditation status. There's a pre-candidate program though. So let's see how they represent that. Oh, okay. So it's in here. So this is, I was wondering if it was a Boolean. So you can have accredited, not accredited. Actually, I don't remember. Is there a non-accredited one? So there's accredited. I would guess most of the ones that are listed here are accredited, right? Accredited, pre-candidate. Oh, candidate. So you can have 3 statuses: accredited, candidate, or pre-candidate. Okay, so you can't be Boolean. Okay, so accreditation status, string. So accredited, pre-candidate, pre-can, or can. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back. What else do we need to model? Context. So we want all the contacts in here. RPD, director of pharmacy, and program contact. Okay. So let's put all these maybe down here. Renzi, what is it? Renzi program director. Program director. String. Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, string is fine. And I think I want to make it a foreign key. Link to person. So this is going to link to our persons table. Where's our persons table? Contacts table. I'm just going to call this persons, actually. Persons. Position ID. Oh. Yeah, there you go. So these persons are going to be contact people. Is persons. Okay, so we have Renzi program director. We have director. Pharmacy director. String. Link to person. Where did I link this? I didn't mean to do this. This one would be NC program director. Positions dot. Pharmacy director. We're gonna have another one, persons.id. We're gonna link it to positions dot program contact. Yeah, we will do this back up here. Program contact string link to person. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have our positions, and each one of these will link to a person that they can contact, and they can be the same, so we don't duplicate it. Like there's quite a few that are the same as well. Let's see if we can find one. Yeah, so you can see it could be the same thing. We don't want to duplicate information, so these two will link to the same ID in that case. Okay, cool. So we have our directors. Let's put the organization. So we can do organization. Or can't spell. Organization. I already have it down here. Foreign key. No, we don't. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's already linked. Where's organization? Position. How come? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, so it links to organization. Okay, that's cool. So after organization, let's open one of these again. Let's see. So we have the contacts modeled. We have this. So each position has an address. So I guess it's this one up here. So we have an address. So let's do that. And I think I already started modeling this. Is a position can probably share the same address as another one. So let's say you have 4 PGY. Oh, that's not a good example. Let's say you have both PGY1 and PGY2s working at the same address. It's just one single hospital. Then they all share the same address, so you don't want to duplicate it. So then what we do is we can link it to this locations table. And this locations table will have your ID. Maybe we want to give it a name of the position, name of the location, or not, doesn't matter. Address, city, state, postal code. And that should be more than enough to represent it. So we have a location. I'm just going to move this one up here. Let's see. Close this. Open this again. We have the address linked. I'm debating if I should model the start and stop because like I don't want to maintain the database. Hopefully most of this is static, so I don't know if I want to put these in here. Duration seem ideal. That shouldn't change often, so we should put duration in there. So duration, $12-month, 24-month. Let's see, number of positions. That seems ideal. I should put that in there. Number of positions. Number of positions. Number. Okay. We have stipend. I don't know why this is there. Are there some residency programs that don't have interviews? I think that's so weird. So we don't want to lose any information, so we're just going to grab exactly what they have so we have information that we can share. So special features, fringe benefits. So this part right here, this is one of the things that I think we'd want to split into the individual rotations or clinical services. Maybe it'll be clinical services. Maybe we can have like some LLM here that can extract that actually is a good use case. Maybe we can use an LLM that will look at this field and extract it into the relevant specialties or services, whatever. That'll save me a lot of time. There's rotations here. I wonder if that's the same. I bet you it's not the same. Let's see. If we pick another one, Hartford. Yeah, I don't. Oh, here. They do have it. This one has rotations. Let's see if there's another one. Well, this has like nothing. I wonder if this program got removed. Okay, let's look at another one. Oh yeah, they do. Okay, so maybe this is another example of where we can throw an LLM at it and just like parse out all the different examples. It'd be nice if they had services always here. Delivers comprehensive. Yeah, it's just like so unstandardized. So rotations are in residency special features. I think what we want to do is probably like just grab the whole thing. So residency special features, let's do that. Duration. Special features, we just call it this. Contains rotations. Okay. Let's see, pharmacy interns, residents, fringe benefits, PTO. I wonder if we can actually convert this into something too. See that I don't know how many people actually consider this that important. Based on the articles, it didn't seem like people were really looking for benefits. So we're not going to spend time like parsing that out. But we will capture the whole thing. Okay. Special requirements for acceptance. This seems useful. I feel like we might want to parse that out, those specific things. But maybe like a nice to have, because again, not something that they were specifically looking for. So special requirements. So we'll call it special features. Why do they call it special requirements? I'll just put that in there. Special requirements. No, this is obvious. Contains requirements. Training site. So I don't like the way they categorize some of these things, because I feel like it's very, like if you look at the different organization types, like I don't like these. I don't know where these came from. I was thinking of using some public API to see if I can enrich it with data and standardize it a bit more, because I feel like this is very not standardized. So I'm probably gonna do that. And basically a way of saying, I don't think, like I'll grab these, like I should grab these and then keep it since I have it anyways. So training site type and organization type. So we need both of those. Let me put this in here. I should probably organize this a little more. Like unlikely to use. It was like what? Organization type and training site type. Organization type. Training site type. I think those are the ones they had. Training site type. Yeah, training site type. Likely enrich with public APIs. Okay. What else do we have? Owner affiliate. Maybe we'll use that. I don't know. Yeah, put this down here. Owner affiliate. Model type. I think we'll use that one though. The model type. I feel like they're. Let's see if I can look at another one. Model type. Oh, is it this one? No, it's not this one. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, I think it's just like very ugly because like they have this giant prefix. It'd be nice to just keep the. Yeah, just a better way of visualizing this is kind of ugly to look at. So we'll probably keep this one, the model type. So what's this? Oh, they have a nice definition for it too. Now this seems much more standardized. So the model type. So we'll probably use that model type. Owner affiliate. Model type. And I think I'll maybe turn these into like their own tables. Pharmacist staff. I wonder if these should be its own tables. So total beds would be in organizations. So let's put that in organization. Total beds. I think this would be like a number. Okay. Number of patient care centers. I don't know if I'll, yeah, I guess I might use that number. Pet care centers. I think that should capture most of them. Oh, I want the pharmacist staff. So that's something like probably more of the organization. Oh yeah, modeling all this in. Yeah, some of this is probably more of the organization information, not the position. Number of patient care centers. I think I'm going to put these in the organization instead. So it was pharmacist staff and non-pharmacist staff. So in your organization, there is pharmacist staff and then non-pharmacist staff. Okay. Okie dokie. I think that's it. I didn't model the other ones. I should probably think through some of these other ones, but we can probably start by just parsing the positions at least. Positions, locations, organizations. And then we can fill out the rest later because that'd be fun. So we can do a little bit of coding while we're on this. But I am going to take a short break. Oh, what's up, Kevin? I see him in the chat. I'm going to take a short break, and I will be right back in like 5 minutes. Just going to grab some water. So hang tight. All right, and we're back. All right. Oh man, I've been streaming for an hour. Well, if you guys are still hanging around, we're probably going to jump into some Python now. Hopefully that'll be fun so you guys can see some actual coding. And what will hopefully be more fun is I'm going to use one of my favorite AI editors for coding and show you just like how powerful it is. Like you really don't need to know a lot of code because you can just ask the AI coding editor to help you out with it. So hopefully this will be fun. So let me close out some of my tabs and then we can jump into the coding. Close. All right. What I'm going to start off first is I have some code from what I did for RxVenture already. So I'm just going to reuse some of that code. So let me just grab that real quick. And you can see the code that I wrote for that. Let's see. So let me share my tab. This is the code I wrote for parsing the CSVs that I get from ASHP into Fire and then ultimately into the data format that I uploaded to RxVenture. So I have a Pydantic class that describes the CSV from ASHP. And then each one of these are things that I extract. And then I extract it. So you can see I'm extracting. Did I extract each one of those? Yeah, so I extract things from the CSV. So this is from the CSV to some specific thing. I extracted the contacts, blah, blah, blah. Let me just run the whole thing. I'm going to copy some of this initial code so I can just, I'm not starting from scratch. Oh, this is going to fail. I need to upload an example file. 1 second. And it's supposed to have a directory here. New folder. Let's see, CVs. You move this in here. Let's run this again. We're not going to use Colab either. We're going to use VS Code to make it easier to modularize the code. I think Colab is really great, and it's still some of the things I love to use. But if we're going to build this out, we're going to build out a much more robust one. So we're going to use VS Code to modularize the code a bit, because this can be a lot. So yeah, so here you can see I processed one of the CSVs. There's 40 rows, and then I was able to, I have this function that spot checks that I extracted things correctly. Name of the hospital, website. Oh, I need website. Website should be for probably the program, because the organization might not have it. That's something I maybe need to go back on. I think I might put it on the program first. Yeah, I have it for organization. I might put it for the position, because I wonder if some programs are linking like their specific PGY2 to there. So I'm gonna put that in here. Website. pdiff. May differ by program. Okay, let's go back to the code. So we have that. I think, is there anything else? Yeah, stipend, directors, other contact. This is all good. Yeah, so and then after I parsed it, I basically have an object, which is this CSV row object. Not a great name. And then I had a lot of functions that converted to Fire. And so you can see all of this was converted to Fire. Practitioner roles represent that organization. And then from there, I have like a way to organize how it looked like after parsing it to Fire. So I have all this information, which is great. And then I have a bunch of functions that convert all the Fire resources into CSVs, which are right here. And then those CSVs are then used to populate my database. So that's how it all works. All right, let's, what I'm going to use is a code editor called Cursor. Let me see if I can find it so you guys can see it on here. Cursor. It's pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out, highly recommend. There's like a couple other AI code editors out there now. Replit is really cool. I haven't used it, but I've seen a couple demos. V0, other things. There's quite a few, but I'm going to use Cursor. So can I share this screen? Let me see if I can replace screen sharing. Yeah. Oops. Did it replace? Replace screen sharing with Cursor. Oh, wrong thing. That's why. Here it is. Okay. So I have a blank thing here for Cursor. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right thing. Yeah, and so I need to open a terminal. Oh, I guess I have no files. I'm starting this from pretty much scratch. So I haven't done this in a while. So give me a second. I think what I want to do is I want a source folder, which is where I'll write my main code. I have my main code here. And so what's really nice, let me see if I can bring up the chat. Where is the chat? Oh, here it is. Okay, so you can see, oh, am I not sharing? I can't tell if it's sharing. Let me try this again. Okay, hopefully this works. Make this a little bigger so it fills up the screen. Okay, so it's really cool. It's like you have, so what's cool about the AI code editors, I should say, is it knows your code base. Like you don't have to like copy and paste what you're writing to like ChatGPT or Claude or something like that and bring it back in. It kind of knows your code base, so it's very easy, and it can like fix errors in there. So it makes it very seamless when it comes to writing code. All right, so let's see what we got. What I want to do, let's actually start. And you can use different code editors. So I have GPT-O right now. Let's try out Claude. I'm gonna just tell him I need, is there another one? O1 mini. Let's try this one. I want to create a Python script that parses a CSV file from a CHP residency listing to multiple Pydantic objects for positions, organizations, persons, and locations. This will be for representing a postgraduate pharmacy residency positions. Can you help me define a main function along with some main function to process the CSV and some Pydantic data models to represent the data? Oh, great. Well, you know what? The demo would have been great. I guess I can't show you in chat. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go ahead and use ChatGPT to do this instead. So let's go ahead and navigate over to ChatGPT. Let me share that screen. Get rid of this chat over here too. I don't know why it doesn't fill up the whole screen. That's kind of annoying. Yeah. Okay. So let me share my other screen. So I'm going to do this in ChatGPT instead. Just paste the whole thing. So very nice. This is no different than doing it in Cursor, except I need to now copy and paste back and forth, which is the annoying part. But it is what it is. So we have a couple of data models here. See, pretty cool. It's gonna go ahead and just copy and paste it into here. And let me replace my screen over here. So I probably need to cd into source. I don't actually know how to remember to install all this stuff in here. Oh. Python 3, what did I do? Oh, did I install the other one? Requirement already satisfied. Okay. So what I usually do, so we have source. Let me actually ask how it should organize the directory. I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. I will be running this in VS Code. Can you help me organize my file directory to deal with this? So gives you good ideas of how to organize the code, which is great for modularity, a lot easier to read. So they usually have some pretty good suggestions. So I'm going to do this. So it looks like what they want is we have a main.py, which we already have. That's right. We should do like a readme requirements. I should have put that earlier. It's been a while since I've done Python. I've been doing a lot of Next.js, so need to remember the syntax. So source code. I guess those are in your other stuff. Main script to run the program. Maybe I'll keep these out here for now. Oh no, we'll do this. So source code. So they have a folder for models. That was what I would have done anyways too. So base models. I don't like it like that. I think it would be nice to have one for each. So there'd be like one for yeah, so there'd be one for like person.py, organization.py. Oh, let me reswitch the screen so you can see what I'm doing. I shouldn't even be using cursor because like I ran out of the free stuff. So then the other one, so there's person, organization, there's position.py, and then there is location.py. So these are going to be the different data models that we're going to create. And then we need to do the init.py. So that's under there. We probably need to have like a utilities folder where you use this for like different things. Let's go ahead and create this init. We need that file so it knows it's a module. We're gonna have a CSV parser. So this is gonna parse it's a specific function that will parse the CSV. Data mapper. That's interesting. Data mapper.py. So I guess that will map the CSV to the model. Okay. And then I think what else they had, we can store all our data. Example listing. Oh, so we can probably have like a ASHP listing.csv. Let's do example ASHP listing.csv. So this will represent the file that we're going to process later. Oh. Okay. So I think this should get us started. And then we also need a README. Okay. Oh, it's getting close to midnight, so we might have to wrap this up soon. Go to my main.py. So these were basically like move these all out. So this would be move this over here. I think it's just this one. And this is good because like it reduces, like decouples your code. You want to keep it very modularized, and so there's not a lot of dependencies, which would be good. Organization, let's move this out. And I feel like it makes it a lot easier to read too. And probably it's like a little bit of an overkill right now. I probably don't need to split these all out. I probably could just have one single file, but I know it's gonna explode later, so might as well just do some of this now. This one had some extra typing in position. And then person? Oh, person's here. Okay. Looks like this one has optional as well. So grab this. Okay. So we have our model split out. Let's get rid of this. So our main function will be pretty clean and short, and it makes it easier to troubleshoot when you do this. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is like all split. I need to like split everything up. I actually asked them to split it already, so I can probably just take what they have. So this split will look like this. Data mapper. Yeah, so this one, import. So models.base. Okay, so that's data mapper. Did I populate this already? Yep. So moving on, main.py. So our main.py is pretty clean. Let me see if this part makes sense from util. Yeah, this one works. Utils dot. Yeah, so everything works pretty well. So you can just import. Yeah, it's nice. You just import all these things from these other parts of your code base. This one was, there it is. Yeah, so your main py is clean. Modules.base. Yeah, I think for now I should probably, instead of doing this, I'll split this up later and then do a base dot py and group everything together. Just for ease, maybe what I'll do is I'll split it out later. Move this up, make it easier to import. So all your models are here. You don't need this, don't need this. Organization and person, we don't need this. So we have all of our models here. And these are the things later. We're gonna have to add all the things we typed in from our diagram earlier. Let's see. So this one you just map. What is this doing? So we have our data. So so I guess I should have copied the same one. ASHP run C listing. rename. Actually, I'm just gonna call it ashp.csv. Make it shorter. The less typing, the better. Oops, ashp. Okay. Parse CSV. So there's nothing to CSV. I need to grab an example CSV file. Let me grab some example files. Oh, I can actually just probably import one of these files. Is there an import function here? I wish I was using VS Code instead. I don't like this diagram. Can I import? I guess not. Let me see if I can drop a file in here. Okay. So I just dropped a example file I downloaded from ASHP. So this is a CSV, obviously. You can kind of see it. Here's your header. Here's the files. And so we're going to need to parse this. So let me rename this one to be me. I need to get rid of this one first. Delete. Name. ASHP. Okay, now we have a CSV. Let's see what this does. No module. I don't know if I'm using the right commands. Oh, I need a requirements. I forgot about that. I needed a requirements doc, a requirements folder. I should also be using, in Python, it's always good to use a virtual environment or Docker. I think Docker is kind of overkill right now. So requirements dot, is it MD? I forgot the name of the file. I think it's MD. Oh, it's text. It's been a while. I think it's been a couple months since I've been really using Python a lot. About that. Next.js, you forget stuff. Pydantic. And then is there anything else I need to install? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Pydantic. I don't know if I need to I think typing comes with it. Oh. Base. Just Pydantic. What about in our utility folder? Maybe CSV. No, we just put it in there anyways. I'm just gonna put all these in here. Install requirements. Am I in like the wrong folder? Oh, it's not in source. I should just move all this stuff out. This is like, yeah, let me move this out for now. Keep it more simple. I don't need to be extra with this source folder. Didn't mean to do that. Crap. Rx. I forgot the name of the file now. Rx. Venture database remodel. All right. So now let's do the I don't remember the command. It's embarrassing. And to install virtual environment. I should probably do that. So Python 3 I need to enable a virtual environment. So I am in the thing. So I have a virtual environment. Oops. So here's my virtual environment. So activate. So I'm in my virtual environment now. So now I can do my pip install r requirements.txt. Maybe I don't need the CSV. Okay, there you go. Let me do a pip install upgrade pip2. And just for good measure, just reinstall requirements. Okay, so now we're all set. We're in a virtual environment. We installed all the dependencies. It is in here. You can see it here. That is good. Now let's try. I'm just going to get rid of these for now. It's fine. We wasted some time on this. This is fine though. We'll just keep it simple. Let's go to requirements. And then Python 3 main.py. No positions not module. So where's the error? Data mapper. Oh, I probably like screwed everything up with this one. Yeah, so this is in models.base. So there's no model.py. So which one was it called again? Position. Okay. Oh, we haven't even done any of the mappings. So like this, where's our mapper? Yeah, we need to map all this. All right, we'll save this for next time. I think what we'll do is we're gonna put all this code into GitHub, and then you guys can take a look at it if you're interested. But it's getting close to midnight. I probably need to get ready for bed. Hopefully this was interesting. And otherwise, we'll be working on this over the next, I don't know, a few days or a few weeks, whatever. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. If you're still watching it close to midnight, I'll see you guys